Hey everybody, Shadow Phoenix here. It is the weekend, which means it is time for another episode of Crystal Gardens, and I have an interesting little treat for you today. I've decided to change up my building style. So I've been looking around on the internet, and I've been seeing what kind of things get the most kind of views and all this other stuff. And I've noticed that, people they're just not interested in realistic coasters or realistic parks. They want to see like these huge big monstrosities, and that's what I've decided to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to change up the skyline at Crystal Gardens today. What we're going to do is we're going to put in a RMC coaster, and the reason for this is because, we already have one RMC, but who says we can't have two? And everybody loves RMCs. These things are awesome, and we can really do some cool stuff with it too. So that's why I decided to use this one. And I also want to use the one that nobody else uses, just to be unique. I want to use the Steel Vengeance track. And I know the cars can't be changed or anything like that, and they literally says Steel Vengeance on it, but that's alright. We'll just call this thing Steel Vengeance. It's perfectly fine. Alright, so the first thing I did was rip out this Ferris wheel because we don't need it. It was an iconic part. It was just something you could see right from the beginning of, as soon as before you even got into the park, really. It was just this huge, ugly, Ferris wheel that nobody rode, right? So I just decided, let's just rip that out. Let's add something that, is going to be thrilling to the skyline. And that's why I decided to build a 401-foot RMC coaster. And I needed it to be 401 feet exactly because reasons. So it was kind of a little bit of a trick to get that. And then once I actually got the 401 feet, then I realized, wait, I've got this turned the wrong way. We're going to have to completely turn this thing around. Because the drop was going to come right down into Revolution, and I didn't want that. So, because I had other plans with that, actually. I wanted to kind of take the coaster, have it come around, and I wanted to kind of do a helix through the two loops of Revolution. I thought that would be really cool. It's a great, kind of visual, I don't even know what I'm trying to say there. It's just it's gonna look really fucking cool, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's go ahead. Let's see. I just had the height just a little bit too much there. Oh, not height, but I had the way that it was going up, the angle was wrong, so I dropped that back down, and then we took it up at 45-degree angle, which means I had to get the 401 feet high thing again. So we will get this in just a second. Luckily, I learned from the last couple of things there on how to do this, so all we had to do was just back it off a little bit, shrink it, and yeah, we will end up getting that 401 feet. I don't know, I just really thought that 401 was going to just be a good number for this video today. So just a little bit and a little bit more work here. We should be able to get this. See, it's still not tall enough. It's got to be 401 feet. That's what I want. 401 feet tall. 402. See, we got close there. So, maybe if I drop it back off a little bit. Like that. There we go. Aha! Bingo! 401 feet tall. Perfect. That is exactly what I was going for today. Alright, so this is where I kind of was like, oh crap. Once I got started with a dive, and I wanted it to be a really steep dive, almost a dive coaster. I was thinking about doing it maybe straight down. I thought, oh, there's never been anything like that. That would be enjoyable to people. People would love to ride that. Just a straight dive, like an RMC dive coaster. Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's do that. But I decided against it, so we just put it at a really, really steep drop. And then that's when I realized, well, GCIs are known for going through, for station flybys, but not RMCs, so I didn't want to go through another coaster station with another coaster, especially since it was actually really going to go over top of it. Although, in hindsight, that would actually be a really cool feature. So maybe I might actually go back and change this and let's just spin it around. All right, so again, let's place it right back over here. Now, one thing I noticed is when I put it over here, it was no longer 401 feet tall because it's going by not sea level, but it's actually literally going by where the land is underneath of it. So it ended up being a little shorter than what I wanted. So I did, in the end, I had to go back and like raise it, but we'll get to that in a minute. This is when I decided, you know what, instead of almost a straight down kind of drop, let's back the drop off a little bit, because a lot of RMCs have these like barrel drops, like they do a roll as they dive down, but I'm not content with just a single row, no. So what we had to do is we had to, this is where I was trying to get it back to 401, and I was just like, you know what, let's just get it close and we'll figure it out from there. So, alright, let's just kind of get it kind of going here with a drop a little bit, like a pre-drop kind of thing, and we'll start the turn so that it's going back towards the lake. I wanted to give a splashdown right there, right in the middle of the lake, because nothing says I'm a cool coaster like a splashdown in the middle of the lake, am I right? I mean, it works great for a lot of coasters. Look at like Griffin. Look at, let's see, some other good. Diamondback. Diamondback has a really cool splashdown. B&M doesn't really do those anymore. I really wish we could have done launched RMCs, because I would totally make this a launch RMC. We're going to straighten it out here, and then we're going to start like barrel rows. I was actually trying to go for a triple barrel row. I thought, oh man, that would be awesome if we could do 3 barrel rows all in a row as it drops towards the ground from its 401 feet height. I just, thought that would be a really cool effect. Alright, so we'll just twist these as we dive to the ground here. Twist. And twist. Yep. Come on, baby. Twist with me. Jumpy checker in the fat boys, twisting like me. Anybody remember that song? Anybody remember the Fat Boys back in the day? Wow, I grew up on those things back when rap was great. I mean, who needs like Snoop Dogg and all of them today when we had like Heavy D and the Boys and Run DMC and the Fat Boys and DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince back in the day? Alright, so here's where we need to kind of get a drop down, and right here I was just like, nope, that's just too much, needs to come back out. In hindsight, I probably should have left it there, because my end result didn't really get the splash effect that I was hoping for. It hits close to the water, and I thought that was close enough to actually get a splash effect, but apparently it wasn't. So I may go back and change that again later. And let's start. Let's see. What do we want to do from here? Let's do a... Oh, one thing that RMCs really, really love? They have these, like, side rows where they go up in an airtime hill, but they're on there like a 90-degree bank. Like this. So we'll do this. We're going to try to include as many elements as we can into this. There was a few things I couldn't get, which in hindsight, looking back, I was like, oh... Man, there are so many other cool things I could do with this RMC. I may have to like build more of these in the park. Maybe we need like 3 or 4 of these instead of just like 2. So we have one regular RMC, which is a really cool RMC, and everybody loved that in the last episode. But for this one, I thought this is only for the most extreme guests, the ones who really love kind of things like this. And of course, for people on YouTube who love these kinds of things. I really feel like, my channel has been growing great here lately. I've been getting like tons and tons of subscribers, but I really think, in order to like really get up to the numbers and stuff that, some people are seeing, I'm really going to have to like up my game quite a bit. And I feel that this is really going to do it. Like, this is what you guys want to see. You're tired of these boring coasters that are just like, very much realistic, and you guys don't want to see that. So you want to see things like this, things that do cool stuff and maybe kill people in the process. If only we could get a jump track, like have it kind of go up a hill, jump to the rest of the track. That would be cool. We really wish we could do that. Why can't we do that, Frontier? In fact, why can't we do stuff like in the old days when we could actually put people on the coaster and have them ride it and, have it crash with them on it? Why is it we can only crash the coaster into people, but we can't crash it with people on it? That was a whole lot of fun, Lots of people enjoyed doing that. Alright, so here, this is where I was telling you earlier, like, I had this really cool idea. Let's do a helix through the 2 loops of revolution. That would be a really neat idea. So let's do that. And so we'll just twist it around here. And then back through. There we go. And let's see, what to do now? What can we do with this? Ooh, you know what I should have done? I should have had it do a loop over the track, you know, kind of like an overlap track, so that one coaster comes through and it's like maybe people can slap hands as it goes, you know, over top. Like one train goes over another train, that way people can touch hands and stuff. That would be cool. Don't know why Six Flags hasn't ever done anything like this before. Alright, and so, ooh, you know what? Let's do this. Let's have the coaster go underneath of the corkscrew right there, too. Let's do that. So we'll go, not only are we going through the loops, we're going to go over the loops and then underneath the corkscrew. That's a great idea. And then it's giving us a chance to kind of go back into the station as well. There we go. Let's see, start flattening it out right about here. I'm going to have to go back and like smooth a lot of this. We don't want it to be too jerky because, you know, if we got to bank a few things, that way it doesn't kill anybody with the G's, you know what I mean? Let's see, turn it. Look at this. We're heading back to the station now. But I don't feel like we've really done enough cool things. So let's do an airtime heal. And let's see here. Our airtime, there we go. And then down. And let's see, we need to have it do something cool here. What can we do here? That's too far down, so let's back it up, and there we go. Perfect. We want to go over the path, but we don't want it to go, you know, where people would walk into the coaster. I mean, we don't want to hurt anybody. And just because we're doing this monstrosity of a coaster doesn't mean we, you know, we want it to look good. And we want people to ride it, so, you know. Let's see, I was wanting to do a loop here, but apparently you can't do a loop with the RMC. I don't understand why you can't. We can do incline loops, that's an option. And we could do something like that. Let's see, what else do we have in our loops and stuff? And, you know, I don't know why people tell everybody when they're building coasters to do your own loops and stuff and not to use the pre-done ones. These pre-done ones are awesome. I mean, you definitely want to use these every single time. Don't listen to all those other people on YouTube that tell you when you're designing your coaster to use the to not use the pre-built drops. These things will save you a ton of time. Definitely use them. I mean, you know, yeah, it's a little jerky when it comes out, you know, of the element or whatever, but you know, that's fine. See, look, I could even turn it the way I get, and look, we got a perfect line sight right back to the station. We're just going to use autocomplete. Yeah, because autocomplete's the best option here for this. And all right, so we got a little kink there, but we'll just smooth that out. Just smooth it out. Just smooth it out. All right, now with that done, let's go to the top of the hill up here. Now, like I said, we definitely want this to be 401 feet tall, so we're going to raise this up until we actually hit that mark. We will just... yeah, let's see. So we got 391 now, so we'll just grab all of this and raise it up. Raise it up. Let's see, where are we at now? Ooh, 398. We're getting there. I kept trying to just like delicately do it, like 399. All right, we're at 399 feet tall now. All right, let's see, a little more, a little more. I don't even actually think I was doing anything at that point. I think I was just clicking on it and it was just going up. You'll notice my frames per second is like dropped down to like 2 frames a second there. Oh, look, we're at 400. One more foot. One more foot's all we need. There we go. 401 foot tall RMC. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Just what I was looking for. Now you're wondering, why in the hell am I going on about 401 feet tall? Well, that's because I just wanted it to be that tall. Reasons. I figure, you know, we wanted it to be almost as tall as a Starflyer that's in the park, so, you know. Now we need to smooth out some of these elements here. Like this isn't working for me. It just feels off. What else can we do here? So let's try to make it a more of a, I mean, it's got to have a lot of speed. So we're going to need this to kind of at least a wider turn, at least in this one section. I mean, we don't want too many G's on this. You know, if you don't widen your turns, you know, with that much speed, people will black out. We don't want that. So let's see here. That's getting there. It's getting there. Smooth it out a little bit more. All right, let's go over here. And we'll smooth this out as well. Oh, that's perfect. Perfect. Alright, and we'll smooth this out too. Yeah, this is looking great. Again, I should have had it spin and go upside down over top of that. That's what I should have done. But hey, the coaster's still in the park, so it's not a problem. I can go back and redo this if I need to. Alright, and oh, you know what? Let's do an outside bank. RMCs do that. Let's do that. We'll just bank this 90 degrees to the outside. There we go. Oh, well, it looks a little odd up here at the top, so let's smooth that out as well. There we go. And it's not really smoothing very well. I keep hoping the more I hit that smooth button, it just fixes all the issues with the smooth coasters things, and that'll make the coaster just, you know, so much better. Just keep smacking that smooth button. Alright, and we want to delete this tree, or we'll move this tree out of the way. We got some bushes and stuff down here too. We don't want people hitting those, so let's move those out of the way. Got to keep the realism here, you know. Obviously, we would probably like remove those trees before we ever even built this coaster. Oh, wait, what am I talking about realism? I need to stop thinking realistic with my coasters. You know, that's going to be a tough habit to break. It really is, because I'm just like, I'm so stuck with it, and I really want to kind of do things the right way, but you know, that's just not getting the hits. So, you know, in order to get those YouTube numbers up, we really got to do some wild and crazy stuff, and that's what you guys love out there in the internet, so we're going to do that. Alright, we'll raise this up a little bit and smooth it out, because I really wasn't happy with how that airtime hill was. I thought about doing a 0G row right there, but that was just like, nah, that'd take too long. So we don't need that. And let's smooth that out. Look at that. Perfect. That looks great. Alright. Let's see. Yep. Alright, and then, oh, yeah, this right here, we're going to smooth this out a little bit more as well. Now, I thought about putting brakes in here, but don't need them. If you add brakes to your coaster, it just lessens your excitement, and we're all about getting those excitement numbers up. We want those excitement numbers and everything to be really, really high to get more people to ride it. Look at this skyline. Is this not the most beautiful skyline? Who needed that Ferris wheel? We sure as hell did not need that Ferris wheel in this park. It was boring. It wasn't attracting anybody. Nobody was riding it. All right. So let's see how this thing rides. Let's see. Oh, I got to fix the lift hill. Let's see. Click. Come on. Let's see. Edit track. Oh, edit. Okay. Click that. I swear I know how to play this game. I've done it before. Oh yeah, it's in here. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, we want to get to that. It's a really, really tall coaster. It's 401 feet tall. So we're going to like jump up that. Like I said, I wish we could do launched. That would be awesome. All right, let's see how this puppy rides. A little bit of Creed, the greatest musicians ever made. Can you take me higher? Dun, dun, dun. I don't actually know the words of that. Huh. Been a while since I've actually heard that song. I don't know why. Creed is awesome. There should be more Creed on the radio. And there we go. Let's top it. Here we go. Look at that. We're as tall as the Starflyer. That was my goal. And barrel roll, yeah! And another barrel roll, yeah! Woo! And there's our 90-degree... Oh, there's a tree there I missed. Oh, okay. Oh, and another tree. So there's 2 trees we got to take out. All right. There we go. That outside bank. Down. And look how smooth these elements are right there. That is so smooth. And see, like I said, if we had put brakes in there, then, you know, the coaster would slow down. And when you slow down the coaster, then that means it's just... You know, you're going to lose excitement. So don't do that. Don't put brakes on your coasters, guys. Don't do that. You don't need them. You know, the guests don't care if it goes in at a good time. They're only going to look at that prestige and the actual, you know, the prestige and how much exciting it is. That's all they're going to look at, and the excitement adds to the prestige. So we want that. We want fast. We want tall. We want a monster of a thing. Maybe that's what we'll call this. Maybe we'll call it Monster. No, we can't. We already have the Octopus Ride is already called the Monster. You know what? Hell with it. We'll take the Octopus Ride out. We'll put another RMC over there where it is, too. Oh, let's see. I still didn't take those trees out, did I? Right through there. See, it should have done some kind of loop or something there. And this smooth element. Oh, that's so smooth. So smooth. So smooth. And into the station. There we have it, guys. All right, I think we got a winner here. I really do. Let's look at how this looks like around the park. So, you know me, I love to see how beautiful things are from around the park. Every time I design something, I like to look at every single detail from everywhere in the park to see how it's actually going to look from different directions and what the guests would see. So, let's see. I was also thinking here, you know, what else could I do? So let's get rid of these trees that were in the way. Yeah, we don't need those. That one's kind of close, so we better move it too. Don't want people hitting that. Yeah, that is perfect. Look at that. That is beautiful. It looks like a ribbon. It's a ribbon on a gift that I give to you guys. This coaster here. Ooh, so pretty. It's actually taller than the Starflyer. Nice. Well, it's a great new attraction for our new season here at the park. And let's see. Yeah, it looks great. It looks great from every angle. Well, that's going to be it for me today. I'm glad you guys tuned in. I will see you guys in the next video, which we'll be back in Whitaker Lake on Tuesday. But of course, I do daily videos, except on weekends. I only do one video on the weekend, but I do try to do daily videos during the week. So I can't wait to see you guys in those. And until then, I hope you guys have a great Easter Sunday and a happy April Fools. Later, everybody. Hey everyone, if you'd like to help support me and my channel, I have a Patreon page where you can do just that. You can pledge anything from $1 or more. Anyone who pledges $15 or more gets a unique, specially designed roller coaster and Planet Coaster made just for them. My little way of saying thanks. You can also just send donations as well if you don't want to join Patreon. And you can find those links in the video description below. Every tiny red cent I make from these means the world to me and is extremely helpful. If you're interested in my PC setup that I work with and play on that you see here, every piece of the system is described below with links to Amazon if you want to purchase them or anything else. Thanks for tuning in to my videos and my channel. If you aren't already a subscriber, click that on the screen below. And you can also check out a few of my other videos on the screen here as well. You can keep up to date on what's going on in my own little world via Twitter or watch me stream live on Twitch as well. Links are in the video description below. So wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night.